So ridiculous. Hello again and
morning.
welcome to another Hyperion Morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. We made it to the midweek. Happy Wednesday, Michelle.
Thank you, sweetie. And hi, everybody. Those of you listening live and those of you catching us later on.
Yes, I feel like we never introduce ourselves enough. I'm Tom.
I'm Michelle.
And we're from the Hyperion Adventures podcast. And we come here most every morning to share some smiles and share some positivity on our little Hyperion Mornings show. Right, Michelle?
Right. And to give you some updates if anything new is hot off the press or just some other special things.
Yeah, whatever we might have going on that's fun, that you might enjoy. Mostly we just want to share some smiles, share some positivity, and get your day started the best way possible. Good morning, Laquan. I see you over there on Instagram. Happy Wednesday.
And we are on
We're on time. It's a rarity. It's an extreme rarity for us. You're right on time this morning as well, Laquan. Welcome to the show. Happy to have you with us.
Thank you.
Yes. So what are we talking about on this Wednesday? It is Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. Well, we're just a little over 2 weeks away from Destination D23. And yes, we did receive the official schedule. I'm going to zoom in here so you can take a look at it. If you happen to be heading out there for those days coming up, obviously it starts on Friday, August 29th. But that's mostly just shopping stuff. And then the panels run on Saturday, August 30th and Sunday, August 31st. But lots of great stuff to take in here. You may note there's no official parks panel this year, which is a little bit different. Usually there's some sort of parks panel. But I don't believe that they're not going to talk about some parks things as they go through this. They may be sprinkled in with some of these as you go through the week, Michelle.
Right. Yeah. I mean, last year with the big conference that they had in Anaheim, and they did so many major announcements of what's coming in the parks. It's not surprising that, you know, they're not having a feature on this one. But like you said, I'm sure things will be sprinkled through, maybe some updates, some better description of things that are coming forward. So yeah, but it's still really exciting.
One that we're virtually certain, because it seems like the way it's been noted by some people who watch this stuff and also see it on there, is I'm going to zoom in again. If you look at it on the right-hand side, the 9:05 a.m. Disney Villains Icons of Evil, some of that description basically says they may be talking about some things that might be coming to Villains Land. So we may get a piece of that, and there may be some others sprinkled throughout this. Some of the things this is just my picks for a few of our favorites that looking forward to seeing here. You may notice here on, of course, this is Saturday, the Walt Disney Studios Showcase. Always great. We get to look at some of the films that are coming to, whether it be animated films or live action films coming. We are Phineas and Ferb people at heart. So Dan Povenmire and Swampy Marsh showing up for a panel. Yep, we're 100% on board with that. And also any talk with Don Hahn and Leslie Iwerks is always interesting. And they're talking about one of our favorite places, the happiest place on earth, Disneyland itself, for the 70th anniversary. So we'll be very excited for that panel, among many, many other panels that day.
Right. Yeah. Just some amazing things that they have planned for us. And the Phineas and Ferb one, I've been hearing some rumors, so it'll be good to hear officially what the plans are for the future of more Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah. So looking forward, very, very excited about that panel. And then Cuscotopia that night out at why am I blanking on Typhoon Lagoon? Which will be a lot of fun as well. As a matter of fact, I think there's also a panel basically celebrating Emperor's New Groove as well. So that'll be fun. As for Sunday, lots of great stuff that day as well. As I mentioned, there's the Disney Villains Icons of Evil. Let me see if I can take this off here for a second. There we go. So you can see over here, it does mention that creative minds behind new projects and attractions that will be there doing that. So I bet we'll see a lot of that. We just saw them on board our Disney cruise, Jodie Benson and Ron Clements, talking about The Little Mermaid. I mean, could it be better panel than that? That'll be a lot of fun. Again, more people we just saw on our cruise. Goofy movie, 30 years. Bill Farmer, Disney legend Bill Farmer, the voice of Goofy, and Kevin Lima, who directed that, talking about that. And then, of course, the 80s, 90s celebration concert. Again, a lot of stuff that we saw. So if you didn't get to do the members cruise, you're going to see several of the things that are at least portions of are similar to what we saw on that cruise during Destination D23. Right. And I would be willing to bet that the fact that you have Jody Benson showing up and Bill Farmer showing up, that we may get a little bit of the special stuff for that 80s, 90s concert and celebration that we might have seen on the Disney member cruise.
Right. And I think on that website that has the concerts that you can buy tickets for other locations that they're going to be performing, I think they specifically did mention Jody as a special guest for this, as well as Bill Farmer to perform for this event. Yeah,
so that'll be very exciting. That'll be a fun night for sure. I think the party's going to continue after that as well, but that concert will be a lot of fun and a nice way to wrap up the weekend for sure. Very, very excited about everything Destination D23. And they don't even mention, like, I remember when we went 2 years ago, we just walked off a cruise with a bunch of gifts. Destination D23, we received a lot of gifts too, including you get just a gift right when you first get there as well, which was packed with a lot of stuff. So that'll be part of it. So if you've never been before, expect that to be part of this as well. So that's all coming up a little over 2 weeks away. Excited for it. We may do some extra shows like on here when we get the opportunity. We're going to be very busy that weekend, but we may pop on. You want to be subscribed to the YouTube channel just in case we happen to pop on and talk about what we experienced at Destination D23 during the weekend, right, Michelle?
Right. And the mornings will be tough because unlike a con, like a Comic-Con or whatever, everybody goes to all the panels. So there's not simultaneous panels going on. And you have to kind of get ready early in the morning for that 9 o'clock, like line up very early in the morning. So we will be in line.
Yeah, the good news is that everybody gets a seat. So it's not a matter of like we might miss out on a panel, but we want to get the best seat possible. So we will probably get there a little early. So mornings might be a little tough, but we might try and pop in later on midday, later in the day, maybe even late in the evening. You never know. We may show up and tell you what's going on out there. So again, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel to check all that out.
Yeah. And the other thing that's not even mentioned there is the not so scary Halloween party that is not part of it. You had to still buy the separate ticket, but that they are featuring the Destination D23 guests to really focus on that Friday night, I believe.
Yeah, so we'll be going to that as well. We do have tickets to that, so that'll be fun too. Part of the reason why we may be very late if we come on at all on Friday night. But again, check it out. You never know when we might show up. What else are we talking about today? Well, today happens to be National Left-Handers Day. I am not a left-hander. Michelle, you are not a left-hander. Scott, our son, is a left-hander. I believe. I mean, I don't think we've ever. I don't think we've ever really focused on it. He doesn't do a lot of writing. He does write occasionally, but he usually does a lot of things with his left hand. So we believe he's a left-hander. But hey, left-handers are wonderful. You're right-brained. Usually, more creative people are left-handed. Tended to be. That tends to be the case. So if you're left-hander, celebrate your left-handedness today. Maybe you stop over at the Leftorium and see Ned Flanders over there because he's got all the left-handed stuff for you ready to go.
Nice. Yeah. And we also have
Laquan is left-handed.
That's cool.
Welcome to your National Day, Laquan. Congratulations. That's awesome. Maybe you go stop by the Leftorium and pick up a left-handed calligraphy pen because today is National Calligraphy Day. Something I've always kind of wanted to be able to do. The only problem with when somebody knows that you can do calligraphy is that you get asked to do all sorts of things for them, like write out invitations and all sorts of things. But I always found it fascinating and an interesting artwork. Calligraphy is beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. I've dabbled in it.
Have you?
Yeah, a little bit. My sister Helen, she did quite a bit of it. She used to do some art things and would have calligraphy as well in part of that. And it is really interesting and beautiful.
Yeah, it's an art in its own. It's art in writing. It's amazing. And if you can do calligraphy, I'm very, very impressed with you. And I have some invitations I'd like you to write for us. So we'll be in touch. Just kidding. No, I think it's interesting and it's fun. And you can find classes online, including free stuff on YouTube or whatever. Like and subscribe to us, but we don't do that. But you can find it on YouTube as well. How to learn how to do calligraphy. Maybe
Nice.
that might be something you might pick up as you move on. Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. What else is going on today? Well, this is something, and again, we're talking about things we enjoyed on our member cruise. We did enjoy some Prosecco on our member cruise. Today is National Prosecco Day. It's that Italian sparkling wine that we really, really love. Love a nice glass of Prosecco.
Yeah, I thought every day was.
Every day is National Prosecco Day for Michelle.
I don't celebrate it every day, but
we do love a glass of Prosecco. And as we mentioned, we did have it on our Disney cruise. This was at our Palo brunch. It comes with it when you can get a Palo brunch. Part of it is you can get a mimosa or a glass of Prosecco if you'd like. And we always take advantage of that for sure. So yeah, if you like Prosecco, enjoy responsibly, but enjoy some today. I don't think you would enjoy it with this because they don't really play, but I'm not going to judge if you do. It's National Day for Prosecco, and it's also National Filet Mignon Day. So if you like filet mignon, I'm okay with filet mignon. I'm gonna admit it's not my favorite steak. I know some people just absolutely go bonkers for it. Not my favorite. What about you, Michelle?
I do like it. I do. Yeah. I mean, I don't eat a lot of meat, but a good filet mignon is yummy.
My only issue with it, it's really, really tender. It is one of the most tender cuts of beef that you're going to find, 100%. The problem with it is because it tends to have lower fat level, which is healthier, sort of, for red meat. But it also, without that fat in there, it doesn't quite have as much flavor. So you kind of have to do things to it to enhance its flavor. It's really tender, really delicious. But, that extra flavor you see here, this picture, there's some herb butter on top of it because you kind of need to add that fat and flavor to it. So you'll see filet mignons wrapped in bacon and do all sorts of things with a mushroom sauce on them or something. They will add a lot of things to fillets because they need that extra flavor. Whereas if you get some other steaks, pretty much you can just salt and pepper them and the flavor is already within them, but they may be a little fattier. So it just depends on what you like.
Yeah, maybe that's why I like them, because they come with other things.
There it is. There it is. So anyway, if you love your filet mignon, another thing is that they tend to be priced higher than some of the other steaks you find on there. You can find some tastier steaks at a lower price. But hey, if you love your filet mignon, again, I'm not going to judge. And have your filet mignon today, 100% on this National Day. Hey, if it's your birthday today, a happy birthday to you. Celebrate with a glass of Prosecco and a filet mignon. Here are some of the amazing people that you celebrate your birthday with. How about one of the great directors of all time? He is the master of suspense. Alfred Hitchcock would have been 126 today, born in 1899. We lost him way back in 1980. But man, what an amazing, basically shaped a genre of films, suspense, thriller type films. You name them: Psycho, The Birds, North by Northwest, Rear Window. You can just go down the list of great films. He made over 50 films during his career. He had 46 Academy Award nominations. He won, I believe it was six awards. Strangely enough, none of them were for Best Director. He was nominated 5 times for Best Director, but never won an Academy Award for that. Yeah.
Wow. His skill at making you feel that suspense and not always showing you the clear violence. You saw some, but not like you. It wasn't the focus, but you knew. You knew what was going on.
And sometimes that is scarier, the what's going on off camera that they're kind of alluding to, than actually seeing something gory or whatever. And that's where he was just had a master touch at. Alfred Hitchcock, love his film. He was phenomenal. Happy birthday to him and his family. Happy birthday to another person we lost way too early. For somebody like me who loved the soft rock, the yacht rock of the 70s and 80s, Dan Fogelberg would have been 74 today, born on this day in 1951. We lost him back in 2007, but think of some of his great songs: Longer, Same Old Lang Syne, leader of the band. Just so many great soft rock songs from Dan Fogelberg.
Yeah, even if you don't recognize those titles, as soon as his style plays,
you'll know it.
Yes,
you'll know it. You'll know a Dan Fogelberg song. And again, the yacht rock lover in me loves his kind of stuff. So yeah, happy birthday to Dan Fogelberg. Happy birthday to John Slattery. He turned 63 today, born this day in 1962. You may know him from Mad Men, where he played Roger Sterling. He had 4 He was nominated 4 times for Emmy Awards for that role. If you're a Marvel fan, however, though, you may know him as playing the older Howard Stark, Tony Stark's father, in many of the Marvel films, the Iron Man films, the Avengers films, etc.
Yeah, yeah, a great actor.
Yeah, he's great and perfect in that role.
Yeah.
As Howard Stark, for sure. Finally, speaking of Marvel films, last but definitely not least, Sebastian Stan turns 43 today, born this day in 1982. Of course, Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, from the Captain America movies, the Avengers movies, recently on Thunderbolts. He's won a Golden Globe, been Emmy and Academy Award nominated for other films that he's been in as well, and television appearances. He's had a fantastic career. Happy birthday to him as well, right, Michelle?
Yeah, and happy birthday as you to everybody who's celebrating their birthday today.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Hey, Donna, good morning. You're late. That's okay. We're usually late. You're probably expecting us to be late. You'll rewind. You'll watch it later. That's all good. You can watch this show at any time during the day, during the week, during the month. We don't care. We're just happy that you come along on this. Laquan, what's this? If you're going to see Dan Povenmire and John Swampy Marsh, can you please ask if either of them are doing a Q&A Zoom questions this year? If we see them, maybe we'll ask them. Yeah,
or maybe they'll say something about it. Maybe they'll announce that.
Ideally, we'll ask them to see if they'll come on our show and do something. But yeah, Laquan, we will, if we do run into them and we have the opportunity, we will reach out and
we'll let you
ask them about that. Of course, as always. Shameless self-promotion time before we get out of here. We did have a new episode drop this week, and if you're looking to watch the video version, again, if you've liked and subscribed to the YouTube channel, you may have already done this. The video version of that episode where we recap our recent Disney Vacation Club member cruise, our first time ever being on one. It probably will not be their last one because we enjoyed it that much. We talk about a lot of the stuff that you may see at Destination D23 or similar forms of that, but also all the stuff that we were lucky enough to experience on that cruise.
Yeah. And amazed that we kept it down to one episode, but I think, we're able to share with you enough to, if you're ever wondering whether or not to do it, that might have answered your question.
Yeah, and we'd be happy if you have any more questions about it to answer them as well. Thank you, Donna. That's very nice of you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite pictures. I love that picture. I think we look great in that picture. That was speaking of the 80s, 90s night. We were talking about that as the 80s, 90s party at Destination D23. That was that on the ship. So yeah, very, very fun for sure. Also, by the way, we're going to be very, very busy over the next several days. We got a ton of stuff going on. We are recording within the next week and a half 3 of our own podcasts, guesting on another podcast. And then we've got some other stuff going. It's like we're slammed, and all the 3 podcasts we're recording over the next week and a half all include guests, right, Michelle?
All interviews. Yeah. Very exciting too. I think people are going to be thrilled with all 3 of them.
Yeah. Very, very exciting stuff coming over the next few weeks. We're not going to tip everything off yet. We'll let you know what's coming up this Sunday, tomorrow. We just want to get that one in the can first. And then we'll start tipping you off on some of the other ones, but we think you're going to be very excited about the episodes that we have coming up.
Yeah, we're excited.
We're very excited about it. Yes, we've got some fun people that you really think you're going to enjoy listening to here in the very, very, very near future. All right, gonna get out of here. Everybody have an amazing day. It's Wednesday. We're over the hump today. Onward to the weekend. You're almost there. And we'll be there with you, of course, every single day to share in the fun and help get you to that weekend.
Yeah, and just try to help start the day in a very positive way.
Yep, that's all we can do, and that's what we try to do here. As we like to say every single day, please, please, please keep on sharing that kindness. Keep on sharing those smiles. And of course, keep on sharing that positivity. We will be back with you tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m.-ish. Give me the right hand here, ish, to do all those things with you once again. Until that time, everybody, have a magical day. I'll see you tomorrow.